All right, we'll see who shows up. Brandon said he was, so, oh, he's here. We did not get you your own stuff, so you'll have to grab your own stuff. That's okay, you know the drill. You can jump in whenever you're ready. All right, we're gonna start today on the edge of our mat, either on the floor or on your mat, whatever your preference is, depending how tall you are. You're gonna reach high towards the ceiling, taking a nice big full body stretch, and then we're gonna roll it forward, hinging at the hips. And then releasing all the way down to the floor. Can't make it to the floor, it's knees, shins, ankles, toes, going all the way down, wherever your flexibility will let you go today. Breathing, feeling that air expand into your back. Using those hands to walk yourself forward, using those shoulders, finding yourself in a nice strong plank. Bringing that belly button in. Everything in that core is engaged, no sagging, no mountains. Jump right in there, Brandon. We're just gonna leave you here for a nice long plank.
Should have waited more.
I know, you should have. And using those arms and shoulders to walk yourself back. Soft bend with the knee. If you need it, rolling yourself all the way back up to standing, reaching high towards the ceiling. Oh, a little chair squat in there. Use the mirror to check your posture, keeping your back nice and flat. No rounding, bringing it up to standing. And rolling it forward. Using those hands to walk yourself out to a nice strong plank. Using the mirror to check your posture, making sure that core is engaged. Remembering to breathe. If at any point this gets too high on your wrist, you can go down to your elbows. Either one is fine. From here, from your knees, or from your toes, everybody's favorite, mine is from my knees, 5 push-ups. And then, back up to those toes. Adjust as needed. Had dermatitis, maybe adjust a lot. Using those arms and shoulders to walk all the way back. Oh, reaching high to the ceiling, nice full body stretch. Oh, sitting back into a nice sort of chair pose. I'm gonna let you hang out there for a second. Use the mirror, check your posture, make sure that lower back is not rounding. And bring it all the way up. Oh, very nice. Rolling it back down. Reaching toward those knees, shins, ankles, toes, floor, wherever you can reach. And walking yourself all the way out into a nice strong plank. From your knees or from your toes. 5 push-ups. If it makes you feel better, my wrist still hurts from wiping my floor at home with baby wipes, which apparently makes your floor insanely slippery and slipping and falling in my own house. I'm not proud of it. Feet together or feet staggered or one knee down. You choose where you would like to go. Side plank, either side you pick. Just make sure you switch sides. Raising that hip up towards the ceiling. Nice long line. Those hips are not tipping forward or tipping backwards. They're right up towards the ceiling. Remembering to breathe. Rotating forward back into a regular plank. Just for a second. And then switching sides again. Feet together, feet staggered, or bottom knee down on the ground. rotate those hips so that they're going up towards the ceiling. They're not tipped backward and they're not tipped forward. Start doing that, and then I start like tipping back and forth. So I'm like, oh. Feeling it in the side of the waistline that is facing the front. And bringing it back around into that nice strong leg. Bring those knees down, knees together or knees apart, sitting into a nice relaxing child's pose. Pressing those hands down into your mat. Oh, trying to open up some space there in the back of the ribs. Breathe into those lungs. Oh, just take a nap right here. On this rainy day. All right, bringing it up, you're going to have a seat on your mat. Whichever direction you want to face, doesn't really matter. You choose. I'm going to bring my weights and my bands nearby so that I can get them if I need them. We're going to roll it back slowly. Core engagement right here. So on your next exhale, breathing out, feel that rib cage go down as you lower back. Gently press into the ground. Feel that contraction in your core. Hold on to that control. Start picking up a foot off the ground. Nice and slow and control. Coordinate that movement. You are breathing. See if you can keep that core contracted. If at any point you kind of feel like you fall out of it or you lose that core contraction, your next big exhale is a really good way to kind of get that back. Now, just because you exhale to get your core contraction, you can keep breathing. Don't stop moving. Really good way to kind of find those deep core muscles. Four, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They're nice. Go ahead, grab your weights. I just have little guys right here, these little 3-pounders. But for some reason, by the end, they always feel like super fat. All right, we're gonna go every other arm. Get our tricep. You're trying to keep your arms really stable. Going back and forth, bending at the tricep. Now, if you feel you need a little extra, so you need a little extra core involvement here, you can pick up those legs off the ground. Knees can be bent. Knees can be straight. Knees can be slightly lower down to the ground, but it's only, whichever level you are comfortable with. Or just keep those legs on the ground. That's totally fine too. You can pick. Even alternate your legs up and down a little bicycle if you want. You can coordinate that. Sometimes, coordination is just too much for the day. So it depends on the day, right? Okay. Someone is getting after it over there. Sorry, guys. Routine 3 class. You better not get that information. Otherwise, I'll be in big trouble and Brandon will be like, oh, it made me sweat. Oh, no.
What is good something?
Not the sweating bad.
I know it. I'm just gonna buy it.
I feel like I missed the ladies demographic and sweat too much at lunchtime. You know?
15 minutes shower before 1:45 call.
Yeah, I still declined that. It still runs right into another meeting that I have. Are you getting sick of it yet?
Yep.
You are you trying to start to get tired?
Yep.
Oh, good, but then keep going.
Oh.
My favorite, you should have known by now that when I pick 3-pound weight, the meetings are gonna do like 100. How's your core feeling?
Building page.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
They kind of lose now, I'll be honest. I started talking and then I lost. All right, go ahead, set those weights down towards someplace where you can grab them again. Grab your band, we'll loop it around the bottom of those feet. Apply as much tension as what you want. And then you're gonna, not with your ankles, but with your, start pressing those feet to the outside. If you need a little bit more of a challenge, you can start to lower those legs down to the ground, but only as far as that you can stay in control. So if you lower your legs and your back starts coming off the ground, which fall. Or if you start to feel your neck is your neck wants to take over for what your core is supposed to be doing, and went too far. Over 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very carefully release the tension on that pan. Carefully bring it down, set it to the side, wherever you can get at it again. Bringing those feet back down to the floor. If you would like to add a little bit more of a challenge to picking up your knee off the floor this time, you can stay right here. Just doing this, alternating from side to side, or you can start to bring those shoulder blades up off the floor. That's one little add-on. You can extend that leg out further, making your lever a little bit longer. Feel free to play with it, find kind of that challenge that you need for today. All are good versions of activating that core. If you bring up your shoulders, just try to keep your neck out of it. The neck sometimes likes to take over when we do that one. So if you can't keep it just in your core, that's fine. Just keep your head down on the ground. You can just extend your leg out a little further, play with it a little bit, like which one's gonna work for you today. If you find that you need to reset, go ahead on that nice big exhale, reset, start over, keep on going. I totally had to reset right there from talking too much. Be focused. Get a really good core contraction right here. For 10 more, here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, grab that light pair of dumbbells, bring them up above your head. All alternating sides. Starting to go tricep. Ready, you have the option to add weight. Alternating side to side for a little before. Or just hold them up there at 90 degrees. You choose which one's gonna work for you today. Play with it a little bit. More. There's 20, 19, 18, 17, 15, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Carefully set those weights down to the side. Grab your band, move it around about the shoe. Bringing those legs up as straight as what you can up in the air, applying as much tension as what you need. Ooh, Mitchell did go for the harder band today. He went for the green one.
Yeah.
Start pressing those feet to the outside. Twenty, 17, 14, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that was 100 of them. I was actually counting this time. In case you wanted to, hold you please. Oh, give yourself a nice little full body stretch here in between all that core. Too long from your fingers to your toes. Rolling yourself up, trying to use your core, turning yourself up slowly. Oh, a little stretch towards your toes. If you can't touch your toes, knees, shins, ankles, wherever you can reach. Oh, my arms sweating today. Whoa. All right. Bringing it up to standing. Okay, on the mat or on the ground. I'll have you on the ground. We're on the ground. We gotta do our little, I feel like we haven't done this one recently. Practice our balance. So bringing one knee up, out, over, wherever you want to bring it to balance. Don't stare at me. I won't help your balance at all. Stare at something that's not moving to the kettlebell, floor tie, something, not yourself in the mirror. We're gonna hold this balance. We're gonna hold this balance for 30 seconds. Core is engaged. That leg is maybe up a little bit down on through. Really just. 4, 3, 2, 1. No, I wanted to.
Oh. And you can laugh at the.
I know, right? All right, pitching side. You might notice one side has better balance than the other. That's okay. That's normal. We all have that. Just means you don't maybe give that other side a little practice every once in a while. Don't do it.
I tried doing my eyes closed.
I caught you in my peripheral.
Don't do it to eyes closed. It'll make you fall.
I can't help it. I can like see you out the corner of my eye. I'm like, don't hit someone that's moving. You
You
know?
also.
Oh my God, that would make it so much harder. All right, grab your kettlebell or a hand weight. It doesn't really matter what weight you choose to use. You're gonna go sideways to the mirror so that you can use the mirror to jump your posture. This is not so much about gaining muscle doing this. This is to make sure that we do this properly. So take a little jump. That will find your spot of how far away your feet go naturally. Okay, there you go. You found the perfect spot. Use the mirror to check your posture as you hinge forward at the hips, slight bend in your knee, and then bring it back up. So watch your lower back. To do this, oh, too far. Okay, now bring it back. That was bad. Don't do that. Now, some of us can go lower than others. That is totally fine. There's no, like, it doesn't really matter how far you go, just as long as you do it properly. And then when you stand up, just stand straight up. Don't like compensate by going backwards a little bit. Sometimes we like to go back a little bit. Use that core. Because if you do a kettlebell swing and then you let yourself lean backwards at all when you're doing it, that's not going to be good for your balance. All right, and with that weight or with that kettlebell, you're just going to bring it up. It shouldn't be so heavy that you just can't bring it up and hold it like a little. That makes sense. You're going to sit back, give a counterweight, but you're going to keep looking upright. So you don't want to lean forward. You want to sit back. Only go as low as what you can stay in control. So watching that lower back. Holy cow, apparently Mitchell can go very, very low and stay in control. Holy cow. Must have very good ankle dorsiflexion.
I get that a lot.
Holy peas.
I told that off.
Yeah, you get told that often.
Are you doing that? Right that often?
Do 2 more good ones. 2. And 3. Very nice. We're gonna set that kettlebell down. Grab your favorite pair of lightweights. That's just going for the 5s. He's a brave man. Bringing those arms out to your sides and holding them out there. You're going to start with a little circle to the front. I know. You know I like these. Like a fun form of torture.
This is really easy, but just colors on there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 5 minutes, yeah.
Exactly. Now Carl's adding a nice little balance challenge. Feel free to add that in if you want. keeping those arms going, you're just going to go in a reverse circle. No, we didn't take a break in between the two.
I was rotating.
And bending at the elbow.
Wait a minute, really? You're not going heavy, actually. You're at that eight, like, oh, jeez. I need to say though, that's.
Little baby break, leaning it forward, pulsing back. So those arms are staying straight. Keep that neck relaxed, down at the ground. Remembering that hinge that we just practiced, we're hinging at the hips, slight bend in the knee, we're not hinging in our back. And instead of pulsing back, we're going to pulse together behind you. Here is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Go ahead and set down that light. Weights. I was gonna say light, but they really didn't feel light there at the end, if I'm 100%. Find yourself at the end of your mat. Pull my arms. Give yourself a nice full body stretch, reaching high towards the ceiling and then rolling it forward. We're going to go flat back to start. So reaching at the hips, flat back. You might not be able to reach as far going this way. Nice big inhale, exhale, and then release down to the floor. Using those arms and shoulders to walk yourself out into a plank just for a second so that you can take one knee, floating it forward in between your hands into a pigeon. You can stay up here on your hands. You can go down on your elbows. You can go flat out on the floor, wherever your flexibility is going to let you go today. Just enjoy that stretch, breathing into it as you breathe. Oh, maybe it'll, relax a little bit more and let you go a little bit further. Oh, I could just stay here for a long time. Just keep stretching and pigeon. Oh, bringing it back up. Take your time slowly. You're only going to go into a plank just so that you can switch sides. Settle into that stretch. You might find that one side is tighter or looser than the other. My left side's always tighter. The more I breathe, I just keep hoping it will stretch further. Staying nice and stacked on top of that knee. We all have different levels of flexibility, so that toe may not come all the way out here. We're not like ballerinas. Got way too many runners up here to do that. Huh? So like a ballerina, they can put their foot like out here and still be stacked on top of their knee. I cannot. Ooh, Mitchell's close, but you are leaning to the side quite a bit. See, look how you leaned to the side to do it. Yeah, so I could do it too if I lean way over, but I can't stay stacked on top. I don't have it, my hips won't go there. Oh, bringing it up into a plank just for a second. Putting those feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. Shifting those hips back into downward dog, adjusting the hands as needed. The hip bones are up towards the ceiling, heels are going down towards the ground, even if they don't touch the ground. Head is between your elbows, feeling a nice stretch over the back side of your leg. You can add a little picking up of the heel, alternating side to side if you want. Oh, uh-oh. Adjust as needed. We need longer dog. All right, one more little plank, for good measure. So plank to tricep push up to upward dog. This is your last little challenge. So plank to tricep push up to upward dog. Feeling a nice stretch through that core. Just like that, we used up our whole half an hour. Feel free to continue to stretch, strengthen, do cardio, go do weights, whatever you want to do, but we're done. See ya.